Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here, and today brought another PTR build. And with this PTR build, brought another change to Warlock, Affliction talents due to the tier set. That, some Demonology nerfs, I'll talk about that today. And yeah, I guess give just my thoughts and things on why it happened, if it's good or bad. I'm pretty happy with overall the app changes. Demo, we'll see where it goes. Yeah, that's that. Very briefly, before we get into that part of the video, I'm going to put the UI section of the video that I put last video here. If you didn't watch the UI section of the video last video, you should watch it this video. I'll timestamp it below. Now, one thing I do want to discuss briefly, I'm probably going to put this part of this section of the video into a few videos coming up, is based around my UI and things heading into 12.1 and for the future of the channel. We're going to be shifting towards using Ellesmere UI for basically a large portion of it. Cooldown manager, resource cast bars, raid frames, party frames, nameplates, action bars. It is a phenomenal add-on. If you don't have it, whether you end up using my profile or someone else's, you should get it and use it somewhere. It is so good. It is what I had hoped the add-on overhaul and things from Blizzard everybody would have ended up being, but Ellesmere has done so much work for us. It is phenomenal. I've been optimizing the profile that I've been wanting to use for 12.1 over the last few weeks on PTR, spending hours on stream doing it. So many hours offline tweaking it as well for little micro management things here and there, positioning like nameplates, things like the cooldown manager, everything else, to the point where I'm actually really happy with it. This is the first UI I've been happy with, of my own creation, although, my own profiles in a very, very long time. With that being said, we are going to be shifting the model of the UI, I guess how you acquire the UI and things, to being Patreon support based, and or Twitch sub based, and hopefully soon a sub through Discord as well. Hopefully in the next couple days. However, it's for a handful of reasons. It's not simply because, oh, Callan wants more money. I'm always transparent with you guys, and we're going to be using these for a handful of reasons. Talking about them now. Number one, Ellesmere's development of this add-on is phenomenal. It is something I think needs support to keep the project going, everything else. It is utterly insane, and an add-on that everybody should be using in this game. So a portion of the revenue that I make from the Twitch subs, Patreon support, all that, will be going directly towards Ellesmere and his continued support of the add-on and development. Number one, I spoke to him already about this a month or so ago, saying, hey, are you okay with people taking your add-on, making their own profiles for classes, whatever? And he said, yes, I want to support him in doing so. So number one, off the bat, a portion of that going to him. Number two, also very important, one of the reasons why I feel like my UI has never been 100% where I want it is because, honestly, I just don't have enough time. I've developed a lot of things, not created add-ons, made profiles over the course of alpha, beta, PTRs, and it's about usually about 80% of where I want it to be. There's some things I want to tweak and tune and want to change things, and I don't have the time between YouTube and Twitch and making video guides, editing the videos. I edit all my videos, except for the 3 guides that come out every patch. I'm the recorder, I'm the editor, I do it, right? Thumbnails, I have somebody that I hire to make, and they're great. I want to be able to hire, I want to be able to keep doing that and have more time to put towards other things, which is why the funds from this are going to help me be able to hire someone to help maintain the UI for you guys. Also, if I'm at the Race World first or at BlizzCon or busy working on videos or guides, I can say, hey, I need to tweak this with the UI. Can you do this? Update it, the launcher, through Discord. And having the ability to hire somebody to help me with that will give more time for more videos, more guides, more resources, everything for you guys. Support wise, giving y'all the best experience possible, because honestly I feel like I'm stretched a bit thin when it comes to everything else, and I spend so much time on the UI every alpha, beta, PTR, and I need help. So doing this, the Patreon Twitch thing will be able to help me hire somebody to give me more time and pay them, with my own money generated through this and other various sources of things. And number three, it sort of ties in together, but I want to keep improving the channel. Doing this will, allow me to keep improving the channel, maybe hire an editor for more videos. I'd love to have an editor for every video. Like I said, it's just me, barring the one person, Mr. Barrett, who I hire for the 3 guides, which are phenomenal, does a great job. I want to have more editors, or I want to have more videos, edited in a sense, giving me more time to do other things, develop more stuff on stream, more keys, more ratings, more raw stream time. I need a bit of help, and being able and shifting towards this Patreon / Twitch / soon Discord sub model will help with that a crazy amount. So I want to be transparent with you all. I wanted to do this big add-on development thing since basically Midnight coming out. I didn't have time with Midnight launch. I wanted to do it, just ran out of time. So we are shifting towards that. I know not everyone there could be some feedback on that. If you have any questions, put it down below in the description, obviously, or the comment section. I will talk about it down there. If you guys want, the UI is actually live now, which you can get if you're subbed on Patreon or Twitch, and soon coming Discord subs. Should have a way to get that as well. If you're subbed to any of those, the Voidwalker rank or higher for Patreon or Twitch sub, there should be a section of Discord called like Kalamazi UI. Should have sections based where to get it from, a help channel you can type in. I can help get back to you until I hire somebody, everything else and all that. I want to give y'all the best UI experience possible. And to do so, the best way to do that is to shift the model more towards what this is. Like I just noticed, this pixel's off by a little bit. I gotta fix that, but I will. So that's that. Hopefully this section didn't run too long in the video. Now, let's get into the actual content. If you want Twitch or Patreon links, all down below in the description as well. And the UI is through Wago. The Wago companion app, desktop app, and all that stuff. You get it through there, you install it, plug it in, click import, import, import. Bang, you're good to go. I will likely have like the raw interface folders as well in the next few weeks once we get, you know, a bit more stabilizing things, but that's that. I love y'all, appreciate all the support, and let's get into the actual video. Alrighty, so getting into the changes here. Affliction got some changes again, sort of like based, happening due to the tier set. Now I'm gonna say my hair is poofy. I just noticed that. I like this change. I think it's like good overall for the health of Affliction. It probably needs to be stronger than what it is, the new talent, but I'm a little concerned about them sort of like redesigning Affliction based around a tier set. I feel like at this point we could just overhaul the tier set and not have to do all these talent changes this late in the PTR, but I think it's a good change either way. Nocturnal Yield doesn't offer much choice when it comes to how a Warlock chooses to spend their Nightfall. Now, it doesn't offer that choice in 12.1, because in 12.1, casting Seed gives you a UA on your target, and putting UA on your target means that you're getting that 246 damage amp the tier set gives, right? Per UA you have active, for how many stacks, whatever, right? Also, UA does some damage. So in 12.1, Nocturnal Yield doesn't offer that. But it doesn't offer that in 12.1 because of the tier set. Not due to baseline Affliction stuff, just the tier set. Instead, it is usually best spent on Seed of Corruption, which is true only because of the tier set, regardless of target count. This can have adverse effects on talents that benefit from Shadow Bolt or Drain Soul. We like the feeling of occasional free Seed of Corruption, though, merging that functionality into Shard instability. In place of Nocturnal Yield, we're introducing a new talent called Impetuous Wrath that will serve as another means of Affliction accessing additional priority damage. So, a new talent, Impetuous Wrath, Shadow Bolt, Drain Soul, and Malefic Grasp damage increased by 10 or 20% if the target is affected by Haunt. So 10 baseline, or 20 if it has Haunt on it. Dark Harvest damage increased by 10% or 20, same thing, if Haunt is on the target. So, same thing. I don't know why we just didn't add these together in one line, but no big deal. I guess just like this is just, you know, basically one ability depending on what's happening, but there's that. So 10% Dark Harvest and 10% Shadow Bolt or Drain Soul or Malefic Grasp if Dark Lord's active and all that. You have Grasp talented, or 20 of those effects if you have Haunt active on that target. So this is like a priority increase, a single target increase. There's that. So yeah, and I guess the 10% Dark Harvest buff is like just sort of, you know, it can be a buff in AoE, I suppose, because like, you know, yeah. The 10 Dark Harvest is like every target that has dots on it, right? So this will affect every target, but it'll be 20 to the target has Haunt on it. So there's that. Shard instability has been redesigned. So damage dealt by Shadow Bolt or Drain Soul has a 20% chance to make an next unstable Affliction or Seed of Corruption, cost no soul shards, and cast instantly. Nocturnal Yield's been removed. So I think this is a good change overall for the health of Affliction. If we shift into game here and things. So like they've moved around the tree. Nocturnal Yield was here, which gave, to clarify, Nocturnal Yield was a talent that gave you instant cast free Seed of Corruption whenever you had a Nightfall effect. So your Nightfall would be either like a fast Drain Soul or instant cast Shadow Bolt, or it would be a free Seed of Corruption through Nocturnal Yield. Yield is gone. Impetuous Wrath is here, and they've added. They basically tacked on Nocturnal Yield to Shard instability, which whenever that procs, you get basically a free UA or a Seed of Corruption. So the seeds, all that stuff, which is pretty cool. So there's that. Now I'm just going to go to Wowhead because servers have been on fire all day, and I'll show you what else is happening here. So that's pretty cool. I think it's a good change overall. It's interesting that they added the talent for Affliction, like the Impetuous Wrath one. Like, they put it in the spot of Nocturnal Yield, right? But it feels like it's more like single target. I mean, Shadow Bolt, Grasp, Drain Soul, like base, but on the AoE side of the tree. It does increase Dark Harvest a bit, so that makes sense, but like, I'm gonna take it. It is a talent you want, like both an M+ and probably a single target as well, if you can get to it, I would assume. I mean, very much so probably in single target, depending on sims, but it does, I guess, like in a sense, sort of like help shore up the I have no single target in M+ as AF playing our M+ build, but it's still pretty bad. Spoilers ahead, we tested it a little bit. Now, in conjunction to that, a couple other AF changes today weren't documented, but it happened. Fatal Echoes is now working for any UA, so it's not just currently Fatal Echoes, or I guess previously, and on retail right now, it only has a chance to reapply the last remaining stack of UA. So if you have 5 UAs rolling, when it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, those 5, 4, 3, 2 stacks will never have a chance to reapply. It's only the final stack. The final one, when it falls, there's no UAs active. They changed it to now work for every single stack of UA. So whether there's a bug the whole patch, who knows, man. But it's working now for every stack. A 1 in 10 chance to reapply. Cool. Bit of a bump. It's solid. At the same time, there is apparently a Seed of Corruption when you're casting it and you're getting a UA on your target. Apparently, that UA, the Seed of Corruption based on Stable Affliction is applied by your tier set. If Fatal Echoes procs on that UA specifically, it will be a full value UA, 100%, not 20. At the same time, Malefic Grasp is flaring up. I think these seed-based UAs as well, if they reproc through Fatal Echoes at 100% value. It's sort of like a very niche thing, but it's probably a bug and needs to be looked at. But there's that. I'd show you gameplay, but servers are on fire all day. I'm not going to fight it anymore. It is what it is. With that being said, though, I think this is a good change for AF. It does feel a bit different. I want to show you guys how it looked in AoE. I'll try it one more time, actually, I guess. But it does feel like an AoE. There is definitely a bit more relevancy to maintaining agonies, where like previously there were certain points where you just cast so many seeds through Dark Harvest, Shard Gen, CDR through Call of the Week, having a couple agonies rolling, Dark Harvest, Call of the Week, CDR, Shard Gen through there, a couple agony ticks, and Nocturnal Yield being a thing. You just had so many seeds, you didn't even need to maintain agonies. You put them on pull, they fell, and you just seeded until the pack died. That's not really the case anymore. You definitely want to have more agonies rolling, it felt like, to try and maintain like a relatively solid flow of shards. At the same time, if you're playing shard instability in the AoE build, which you are, or an M+, pretty much, you have to like physically cast, go faster before it breaks again, you have to physically cast like the Shadow Bolt or the Drain Soul that you have the Nightfall proc for, to then have a chance to proc shard instability, to then get the instant cast seeds. Like, for example, if we can get into combat here before we DC, I can't. The game's broken. It's been on fire all night. It's a bit more, like, complicated, but it still feels good. I don't mind casting seeds or Shadow Bolts or Drain Souls a little bit when it comes to AoE. So let's see if we can get in combat here. So I'm lagging like crazy, but it's fine. So I'm lagging like crazy. This is unplayable. But either way, it changes the pacing a bit. Like having to manage some agonies actually does feel pretty good. I'm still lagging, casting the last agony. Still doesn't cast. Still doesn't cast. Still doesn't cast. Still doesn't cast. Don't worry about it. I don't need it. So there's that. Let's just turn this off for the night. GN. So number 2, the other change today came in. I'm a little frustrated, can't tell. Diabolus stuff. So they ended up coming in and nerfing Diabolus Demonology. Why? I don't really know. So Eye Explosion, Wicked Cleave, Fellseeker, Chaos Salva, all the pets and the eyeballs reduced by 20%. Why this was nerfed, I really don't know. Diabolus Demon wasn't really like excelling in any one thing. All 3 lock specs and single target feel very mediocre, like bottom, mid, lower, the bottom, lower, like middle of the pack. And Diabolus Destro wasn't really excelling in any one thing. It wasn't as good as like AF with sustained AoE and M+, albeit like the Patient Zero nerf affected that a bit for AF, but still like, I don't know why this is being hit. Not really sure, but we did testing today on stream in like single target for Demonology, Destro, AF. It's Destro, followed by likely Affliction and probably then Demonology. They both sort of trade places depending if Demo high rolls Apex talents, but like, I don't know why this was nerfed. It doesn't make any sense. If you're trying to bring like Diabolus Soul Harvester in line for actual damage output, this might do it. We need like a raw just buff to like imps and other things like in single target. If you want to nerf the stat cleave AoE, okay, maybe I get it, sure. But we need to like have compensation buffs, like buff the single target of Demonology, because like, it's just not good right now, right? There's a sheet floating around somewhere with like the numbers from raid testing and stuff, but it's sort of like whatever, because testing is sort of like skewed towards certain things. I pulled up the dummy dome statistics from the last week on PTR and like single target and things. Like this is like the single target mob, 2 targets and stuff. Warlock's sitting right here. And Aff got bumped a little bit. It's probably sitting right about here now. It ain't looking too hot. It's not looking too good. Why Demo got nerfed, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Boomkin, Alien Shaman are destroying things. I think Arcane got nerfed today a bit. Shadow Priest looking very good in a lot of settings too. I haven't seen many Demon Hunters, but they're pretty solid as well. I really couldn't tell you. Don't know. This is obviously not super conclusive because like it's everyone testing and stuff too, right? But this looks to be relatively accurate based on what I've seen as far as like testing on my own stuff's concerned. In the end, I mean, we'll see where it lands, but I think Locked needs some pretty decent buffs in decent bit areas. Destro was like surprisingly okay-ish, and there are a lot of like Havoc Cleave fights in the raid, but I'm worried that they're gonna see Destro being above anybody else and nerf us. Okay, jokes aside, probably won't happen, but we'll see. I want to put a video out maybe tomorrow or the next day looking at like testing Warlock damage and single target as well as AoE. We did some raid testing with like velocity on stream tonight and like single target, 2 target, 3 target and stuff, but it's like an hour-long segment. I don't make a whole video out of it, but I do want to make a video on testing stuff, damage, all that next few days, so keep your eyes open for that. But those are today's changes. Nothing like, I don't know. It just sort of whatever. Like the app change is good. I like it. The demo change, I don't know why it's happening. But at this point, I don't know. What can you do? So we are getting into the later parts of PTR. So hopefully we'll get some like tuning coming in soon, like more frequent tuning, maybe some buffs. There are some classes that are going to get knocked down. Probably pretty hard. Good. But we'll see where the next few weeks goes. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see y'all again in the next one. Peace.